first of all, I just don't even know where to begin with the amount of excitement I have had since about 6:30 this morning. I had to go down and make an I Love Goldie button because I am literally her biggest fan. And really, I mean it. I mean, if you don't believe me, my very first email address was overboard@AOL.com. Okay? That's how much I love these two people. Really. Second of all, I can't believe Goldie actually texted me about a month ago and asked me to be here. Huge honor. And I hope it's not weird that I printed out a text and I framed it and I put it on my wall. The first time I ever fell in love with a movie star, it was Goldie Hawn. Oh my gosh, I'm going to try not to cry. It was 1986, and my dad took me to see Wildcats, where she played Molly McGrath, a down-on-her-luck single mom trying to become a football coach at a rough inner-city high school. And this was the 80s, guys, and the idea of a petite blonde lady coaching an inner-city football team was laughable. She could be a teacher, maybe, or the love interest, sure, but an athletic coach, this was high comedy. I probably don't need to tell this whole crowd that this movie is hysterical. It showcases the early talents of Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes, among others, but it was Goldie that won my heart. Molly McGrath loved football, and she wanted to coach a team, and she didn't care what anybody else thought she could do or couldn't do. She was young and beautiful and hilarious and brave. And it's hard to articulate how important this was for me, a tiny blonde girl, just to see this woman on screen. And I'd always been just sort of described as, bossy and that I talked a lot. And then I was seeing this person that was just like me. And she just stood up for herself, and she refused to apologize for what she wanted or how hard she was willing to work for it. And I saw that you could be feminine and funny and tough and warm. My favorite line is when she beats Wesley Snipes in a race. And I'm going to keep it G-rated, but he turns to her and he goes, F you! And she just turns around and she gives him eyes and she goes, F you what? And Wesley Snipes is all scared of her and he goes, F you, Coach McGrath? And she's like, that's better. And she just wanted respect and she got it. And that day, in that movie theater, Goldie blew my 10-year-old mind. She was my new hero. And she's continued to inspire me my entire career in her performances and in the way she took control of her own career and in her attitude. She is a film legend. She is an icon. She is a true movie star. From her early start in Laugh-In to comedic turns in Shampoo and Foul Play and Protocol and Private Benjamin and my favorite, Overboard, The First Wives Club, to her dramatic turns in Crisscross and Deceived, and my other favorite, Swing Shift. Goldie just never stopped cutting a new path for how women are perceived on film. And she knows that girls that are happy and laugh a lot and are beautiful are not necessarily stupid, and that audiences love an underdog with a big heart. Personally, her characters have had such a huge, profound effect on my career. I was in 2001, someone sent me a script for Legally Blonde, and I was like, I really like the character, but I'm not sure. And then at that very moment, I was watching a documentary on Bravo where Gloria Steinem described Private Benjamin as a nadir moment for women in film. So I immediately went back and I rented the movie and I watched it 7,000 times. And Private Judy Benjamin, as y'all know, was a spoiled rich girl who enlists in the army, and she has to discover herself for the first time and her own independence, and she ends up dumping her fiancé at the altar. This just broke ground in so many ways, and it just spoke to the idea that women had been grossly underestimated in life and were sick and tired of being defined solely by their romantic interests. And it just taught me that feminism comes in lots of different packages, and that a woman can be feminine and love fashion and be taken seriously in the world. So the next day, I called the producer, and I accepted the role of Elle Woods, all because of Goldie. I mean, literally, it's because of Goldie. And Gloria. Basically, every career choice I make in my life, I think, would Goldie approve of this? Goldie or Gloria, they basically make all my choices. And aside from all these amazing tour de force performances and Academy Award wins and nominations, she just shattered all sorts of barriers for women, and she also produced Private Benjamin. She developed the idea with writers Nancy Myers and Charles Shire, and then she physically took the script around to the studios herself. She said, I didn't plan on becoming a producer. I only wanted to create better roles for myself. And I loved the idea of Private Benjamin so much that I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity to finally control my own destiny. And it's because of her performance and her tenacity that she made that film a classic. I've had the unique privilege of getting to talk to Goldie on the phone and just sort of hear like what made her tick and why did she decide to produce. And she's so warm and funny and lovely that she doesn't talk about how shrewd and brilliant she is. She's just this self-starter with big ideas, and she picks up the phone and she calls studio heads because she knows that's how she's gonna get shit done. Her character in First Wives Clubs was a famous actress, and she said, there are only 3 ages for women in Hollywood: babe, district attorney, and driving Miss Daisy. Well, Goldie, that is not you. She took it upon herself to make sure that was not going to be the case. And she was determined to tell a story she was passionate about. Since the first time I saw her on screen, Goldie has just inspired me. She's taught me to want more out of my life, out of my films, and she taught me to want more out of my career. And I became a producer because of her. She changed the possibilities of what women can do in film. So thank you, Goldie. Thank you. Thank you for inspiring us all of us. Thank you for inspiring women and actresses to control their own destiny, and for inspiring women to demand respect no matter where they are or what they're doing. And thank you for making us laugh, and thank you for making us happy. She just lights up the screen. She's lit up my life, and I hope one day I can be held in the same esteem that I hold her. She's changed my life, and she's quite simply my idol. I love you, Goldie.